Have you ever felt completely torn, stuck between plunging into a difficult task and just wanting to step back from it all? Well, the Bhagavad Gita's third chapter, Karma Yoga, tackles this exact dilemma, and it offers a really powerful philosophy of action that we're going to unpack today. So let's set the scene. You have Arjuna, this incredible warrior, standing on a battlefield. But he's frozen. He's caught between his duty to fight and this deep desire for a more peaceful, thoughtful life. And his confusion, it's not just about some ancient war. It's that feeling we all get when we're faced with tough, necessary things we have to do.
And let's be clear, Arjuna's crisis isn't about being a coward. Not at all. It comes from a really deep philosophical confusion. He's looking at this messy, difficult duty and thinking, isn't the path of knowledge and peace just better, purer? And that question right there sets the stage for one of the most important conversations ever had about the nature of action.
So yeah, this chapter boils it all down to that one fundamental question. Do we engage or do we retreat? Krishna's answer is the entire philosophy of karma yoga, the path of doing things selflessly with total dedication.
Now, Krishna's response is fascinating. He doesn't start by trying to justify the war. Instead, he zooms way out and explains a fundamental law of the universe. Action is totally, completely unavoidable.
This is such a crucial point. The idea of doing nothing is basically an illusion. I mean, think about it. Your heart is beating, your lungs are breathing, your mind is thinking. Life itself is just constant activity. So the real choice isn't whether we're going to act, but how we're going to act.
And this is where Krishna introduces a game-changing concept, swadharma. Now, this isn't just about your job title or your role in the family. It's much deeper. It's your unique, personal path of action, the work that is perfectly aligned with who you are at your core. You could even call it the work you were born to do.
And the Gita is incredibly direct about this. It is so much better to do your own duty, even if you do it imperfectly, than to try and perfectly master someone else's. Trying to walk another person's path, what's called paradharma, is seen as dangerous because you're literally fighting against your own nature.
Okay, so if we have to act, and we should act according to our own nature, how on earth do we do it without getting completely tangled up in the results? You know, the stress, the failures, the anxiety that comes with doing anything? Well, this is the secret sauce of karma yoga.
So, how do we do it? It's laid out pretty clearly. First, you do your duty, your swadharma. Step 2, and this is the big one, you let go of your attachment to how it's all going to turn out. Your focus is on the action itself, not on what you'll get from it. Third, you practice being steady, treating success and failure with the same calm mind. And finally, you offer up your work for a purpose that's bigger than just you. This is such a beautiful way to picture it, isn't it? A lotus grows right in the middle of the muddy water, it's nourished by it, but its leaves always stay clean, dry, and untouched. In the same way, a karma yogi lives and acts right in the middle of the world, but stays mentally and emotionally free from getting bogged down by it all.
And really, the whole point of practicing this is freedom. When you can do your work without your ego and your attachments getting in the way, that work stops being a chain that ties you down. It actually becomes the very thing that purifies your mind and sets you free.
Now, this path sounds really clear, even simple. So why is it so incredibly hard to follow? Krishna moves on to identify the inner enemy, the thing inside all of us that messes up our best plans.
And Arjuna asks the next perfect question. He basically says, okay, I get it. But why is it that even when I know what the right thing to do is, it feels like some other force inside me just pushes me to do the wrong thing? We've all been there.
Krishna's answer is very direct. He says the enemy is kama, which we can translate as intense craving, selfish desire, or lust. It's born from rajas, which is the quality of passion and frantic energy in nature. And it's this endless, hungry desire that fogs up our thinking and makes us act against our own best interests.
This is another brilliant metaphor. See, desire doesn't destroy the flame of your inner wisdom, but it covers it up with smoke. It doesn't break the mirror of your soul, but it covers it with so much rust that you can't see your true self clearly anymore. The Gita then points to 3 main ways this desire manifests: lust, anger, and greed. It calls them the 3 gates to self-destruction. They're all just different flavors of that same passionate, selfish craving, and the key to progress is learning to abandon them.
So, let's bring it all home. How does this ancient philosophy actually apply to our modern lives, with our deadlines, ambitions, and all our digital noise? You might be surprised at how relevant it is.
You can draw a straight line from these ancient principles to today. The idea that leaders have to act to set an example, that's about integrity at work, knowing people are watching and learning from you. The warning about work creating bondage, just look at our technology. It's supposed to save us time, but it often just makes us busier and more stressed. And of course, the big one, do your duty without attachment. That's about pouring yourself into a project, focusing on doing great work and letting go of the anxiety about praise or recognition.
So you see, the ultimate message of Chapter 3 isn't to stop doing things or to check out of society. It's actually a blueprint for how to be fully engaged. It teaches us how to act with purpose and skill without letting all the pressure and the ups and downs of life burn us out.
The Gita's philosophy is incredibly practical. So the question it really leaves us with is a personal one. What's one thing you can do today, big or small, not for the pat on the back, not for the reward, but just because it's your duty and it needs to be done? Where can you put this into practice right now?